Hi and welcome to another episode of Being Surreal, and in today's episode we are going to talk about comfort zone. So comfort zone is basically a mental state in which you get very comfortable and used to things around you that they don't make you very self-conscious and don't intimidate you. That state of mind is your comfort zone. So like for some people, like let's say introverts, their comfort zone can be talking to no one or talking to a few selective friends they have, and that thing is their comfort zone. And it can be literally anything, like the thing you do on daily basis which don't make you very self conscious, and for you it's like, yeah, I can do it without any pressure or anxiety. That thing is your comfort zone. Like some things which are not really comfort zone of people are like talking to other random strangers on street, going on stage and talking or giving a speech there maybe, and these kind of thing are like out of comfort zone of most people. And I think that you should always try to go out of your comfort zone because it helps you make a better person, and it has other benefits too which are very helpful. So we'll talk about those later, but before that I'll give you a quick story time. So ever since I was a kid, I was never really into getting my hair cut very short. Like I won't mind getting a haircut. Like it felt normal to me. I would like even go on my own and then cut my hair. Not cut my hair, but get my hair cut because I did try cutting my hair once and it was very bad. And because of that I didn't even try that in lockdown too. So but I would get a haircut, but I didn't get too short hair. Like I would like them bit long and bit wavy, so that I can like run my hands through my hair and feel good. And I didn't even get bald usually. Last time I got bald was around when I was in, I think, first or second. After that I never got bald, not even for like I didn't get bald. I didn't even try to get short hairs. I would get pretty much okayish cut. So for me getting bald was very uncomfortable because I have been somewhat teased for that when I was a kid. And I had seen the kids in my school getting teased for that, getting a bald haircut. And because of that I never got a haircut even during the summer vacations too. Like at that period was long, I could have gotten haircut, and by the time the school reopened I could have grown somewhat significant hair. But I never tried that because getting bald wasn't really my thing. So this changed like a week or two ago. I got a haircut, and not just haircut, I got very bold, pun intended. So I got bold, and then I went for a bald haircut, and I was like, screw it, I'll just get a bald haircut. What would be the worst thing that would happen? Like it's not like once I get bald my hair won't regrow. Like my hair would grow, and it will take like 2 months or something to get some significant growth. So I was like, okay, I would go for it, and I went for it. And in the starting it was very uncomfortable for me. Like when I was sitting on the barber's chair, I I could feel the trimmer going on in my hair, and I was somewhat regretting. I was like, damn, should I be really doing this? Like he I told him that I want to get bald, so he took out the trimmer and he cut a part of my hair. And I was like, damn, are you gonna use machine? And and he was like, see, if you don't want that short, I can do this, that I give you a ball from the lower side and I leave the hair on your upper part of the head. I was like, no, I'll manage, just give me a whole bald haircut. And then he did. And at first I was somewhat regretting, that I didn't really need to do this and I shouldn't have. And but if college opens and I go there bald, I would probably be made fun of. It's not a good thing. But once it was done, like at first even I was very self-conscious, like and but it felt very cool. Cool as in there was no hair to restrict the airflow, and because there was no restriction in the airflow, the the head area was as compared to the earlier times when it was fully covered with hair. So at first I was very self-conscious about it, like I think the people would look at me weirdly and it wasn't looking really good, and I was like, no, I don't look really good in this haircut. So I was like, not I was very self-conscious about that look too. So a few days passed and after that I was like, it's perfectly fine. Like I in my school what used to happen was when someone would get a haircut, like haircut as in bald, they would start wearing a cap to the school, and frankly I never wore a cap. And it's been like 2 weeks or something. No, it hasn't been 2 weeks, it's less than that, it's almost like 10 days or something. Yeah, it's almost 10 days. So I still haven't wore cap a single day and I feel very comfortable now. Like I can go out and talk to people. Like I'm still working. I won't say that I feel that I look very good in this, but I'm still working on that. And I think if I would need to, I would even like get this bald haircut once again, just so that I could be more comfortable, because I don't want to be in a state of mind where if I get a bald haircut then I'll be very self-conscious and might even regret it. So I don't want that stage, and I want to be someone who can handle that very well. So if I would feel like I will get a bald haircut once again, maybe even trim it myself, but let's see. Right, as of now I'm feeling very comfortable and it is kind of nice too, though I still don't think I look really that damn good. And I miss running my hands through my hair, and but some people told me that I look good even while being bald and with small hairs, and I should keep my hair that way. But but this is something I'll think about it, and maybe if I feel that it was nice, then I would keep this haircut. And this is just one of the stories of me getting out of comfort zone. I have told one another, like the time when I went on a stage and sang a song because I had a stage fright. So I just went on the stage and sang a song. It was that simple and it was good. And I still have the video recording. Like it was good, at least in my mind, but the video says something otherwise. Like I could see myself feeling very tense there. So I think I really need to work on that more. And you could listen to that whole incident in the episode, what are you afraid of? And like if you want, then you can like tell me about your frights too, or your fears you have, and even your things you are not very comfortable to do. You can always ping me on Instagram. My ID is being.surreal and it will be in the description too, but you can just check it out and ping me there if you want, and I'll be very happy to reply and listen to you all. So one more example you can count as me trying to get out of comfort zone is this podcast. Like I won't say that I am very self-conscious and it is very uncomfortable for me to talk to people, but I think for me presenting myself on stage, like if you look at it, it's a stage in a way. So for me doing that was very, not very, but somewhat anxious, And if you had asked me like a year or two ago, I won't be doing this. I I I feel that I'm somewhat camera shy, and even now I still fumble a lot when I'm speaking and recording the episode. I still am, though you don't hear that because I edit it out. But if you like look at the raw footage which I recorded, you would be like, damn, how is this guy even talking? It feels like he doesn't even know how to speak. And maybe you won't say that just to be a very what do you call that, like you won't say that just to be nice, but I tell myself like, dude, how are you even talking? Like, just be yourself and speak it out, it's perfectly fine. And I give myself pep talk before every episode. I start recording and then I'm like, okay, now you can do it, now you can do it. It's very simple. And then I go, and there are parts where I speak very good and without any mistakes, and that part comes out very fine, and that part is very easy to edit too. But then there are times where I fumble mid sentences, and because of that, I feel that I really need to work more on my speaking skills. And like, since I have started recording these on videos to post on YouTube, I have one more thing which I need to work on, and that thing is making a camera contact. Like in earlier episode, my eyes would just wander off around. I would be looking here and there, and I would be just it felt like I was checking my, like it felt like either I was checking my surrounding, or I was like looking at a vast audience around, and I'm like trying to make eye contact with every single person there. And I'm working on it, and it's getting better. Like, though I still feel that my eyes get distracted somewhat, and I feel that I should like take away my eyes so that I'm not staring at the camera all the time. But with practice it's getting better, and my staring is getting softer, so it's not staring, it's looking. And that's a good thing. So this for me, this is me trying to get out of my comfort zone. So think of your comfort zone as an island, okay? And there is this island called your dreams, and that is where you achieve all your dreams. And these two islands are separated, and it is filled with the oceans of uncomfortability. So in order to achieve your goals and dreams, you need to get to that second island, and for that you need to get out of your comfort zone island. And that is how things are. To get better, you need to get out of your comfort zone. People don't achieve good things in their comfort zone because it's too easy. Unless you're challenging yourself, you won't grow. Challenge is what makes you grow. This is why schools have tests, so that they know that they put you up against the challenge so that you can do things and give some mental work to your brain and do things. I have very mixed views on Indian education system and the examination theme, and probably I'll make another episode for that, but for now we'll stick to the comfort zone. So I got out of my comfort zone, and after getting out of my comfort zone, it has some very positive effect on me. Like, I'm more confident than before. Like, I was always very confident about talking to people, but I was never really that confident, like never really that confident to go on the stage, or maybe go to a group of random online rooms like Clubhouse and stuff, and then talk about my views there. Earlier I wasn't, because I would get really self-conscious about how I would speak, that if I would fumble or if I would make grammatical error while speaking. If you have listened carefully to my old episodes, you might have noticed that there are times where I make small mistakes. In the last episode, there was a point where I had to say two, and instead of saying two, I just said two, and there was and if you look at it, it's somewhat minor, but when I was listening to it, it kind of made me like, damn, how could I have left that? Because for me, giving out the best quality of the content is priority, and if I'm like slacking on that, what's the use of that? So uh, I keep working on it, like, but I know that I have been better than earlier. Like, I have listened to my old episodes, and I have become better, and I won't deny that. And because of me getting out of my comfort zone, like the things which I do for getting out of comfort zone has made it easier for me to talk to people, and not just to strangers, but to the people whom I already know. Like, I can express myself in better way, I even funnier way, or maybe cheesy way, and it helps. Like, the phrasing and the way of conveyance helps a lot in when you are having a conversation. So it's a good thing that this happened. And and when you do the task you want to do, like when you get out of comfort zone, like let us suppose that like for some people, comfort zone can be this: not talking to random people on street. But to get out of that comfort zone, what they do is they go out in public and then they talk to random people, and that is them getting out of comfort zone. And completing that task is satisfying. Like once you do the task, it feels good. You are like, damn, this was good, I want to do this again. And then you gain that momentum of doing things which you don't usually do, and then you keep doing them, and over time that uncomfortable zone of yours become your comfort zone too. So this expanded your comfort zone too, made you a better person. So once your comfort zone is even bigger, now you can do more things, and the more you get comfortable with different things, the better person you become, and even interesting. Like there is this quote, and like you might have heard it, uh, jack of all trade, master of none. But the complete one is jack of all trade, master of none, still better than master of one. And I agree to that you should do a lot of different things too, so that you become a much more interesting person. So this actually helps me. Like for example, I listen to a lot of different music genres, and this helps me being very comfortable to others music taste too. Like I can listen to their taste, and I can then play songs of that genre too, and they're like, damn, you have such a good playlist. And I, being very proud of my playlist, I say, yes, my playlists are very good. I'm really proud of my playlist. I have good music taste, they are fun. So comfort zone, unless and until you leave your comfort zone, you won't be growing. And like I have said, that if you aren't really growing, you are somewhat wasting your life. So go out and do things that make you uncomfortable. Like go to a bookstore and talk to a random person. It doesn't have to be a opposite gender or someone your age. It can be anyone. Like talk to any random person there. Go to your park, talk to people there. Like this is uncomfortable from my perspective. Like I believe a lot of people struggle with that, so I'm giving you this example. Or you can do anything which is uncomfortable to you. If you like, then you can just go on stage and do this. If you feel uncomfortable in front of camera, start a YouTube channel, or maybe even start an Instagram page where you post reels. Like these days reels are just booming. The amount of views and likes they get and the easy reach they get is just enormous. Like I feel that reels are very good way of growing. Like there are people who before reels who were very at a slow growth pace, but now after reels they are at like 300k, and a lot of people, random people are growing really fast because of reels. So you can try that, there is no harm in that. And if you feel like, you can even start a podcast, talk about whatever you want and just post it. It doesn't mean that someone has to listen or something. Think of it as that it's your personal journal and you're just recording things and people are listening to it. And don't worry, people will come and listen over time. It doesn't start with 100k subscribers in the first video. It always takes time, so do that. So with that, I'll just conclude today's episode. So comfort zone is basically a state of mind where you're very comfortable and not very self-conscious, and you're very used to it. So get out of comfort zone. When you get out of your comfort zone, you'll feel better and you'll feel good. You will improve as a person and you would be more interesting. Do things that make you uncomfortable. It can be anything: talking to random person, or just going and singing on stage, giving a speech. And if you are get new to this talking to random person, you don't really need to have a fully fledged conversation, like 30-minute long conversation in the first go. You can just start with baby steps, like you first ask for time, and then over time you get more used to it. Then you can like talk about something random, like what's your favorite movie and why do you like it, or any other thing, or recommend me a restaurant around here or something like that. And after some time it would get very natural to you, and then you can have fully fledged conversation with whomever you want. And if you want to achieve good things, then try to get out of your comfort zone. And with that, I'll end today's episode.